Greetings, good morning, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is revjoeyemanuel, and this is my spiritual side. Today, this morning I woke up at 5:55 with a very special message for everyone, and I will be coming up live. And I'm here to let you know what's going on Facebook Live on my Reverend Joey Emanuel page, which you can Google and make yourself a member of. Please follow me there. And there's many live events to help you to empower yourself. Radio talk shows, card of the day, empowerment tools, meditations, messages and books that I've authored, and many articles that I've channeled, and also just inspired many people that come to see me every day. This also includes art, which is created by me, as for example the chair that I'm sitting on. I will move here for a minute. You can actually see it's actually hand painted and beaded as a peacock tail. This is my comfort chair for right now until it gets sold. There's also a couple of bar stools out in the back. So this is my studio, and I want you to enjoy basically all of the surroundings and the artwork. I also want to give you a little preview of what's going to happen today on Reverend Joey Emanuel page at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And basically, during meditation this morning, I got connected with what is called my higher self, my higher power. For those of you who are not aware what that is the connection, your highest connection that you have to your God presence, which is within you, not outside of you. It's your entire body, your entire being, and that's what we want to listen to. And sometimes we live in such hurried lives, especially now these times, that we don't pay attention to this. But that's enough information. I talk about this on a regular basis, but it bears repeating so that those of you who are going through either good times or bad times, and you need the help and assistance of myself, and in the future, I have the information here in the YouTube channel. Excuse me. I just got up this morning really early, adjusting myself. The number here, I am here at the temple of the I Am Presence, which is pretty much the name of my business, and my name, as you said before, is Reverend Joey Emanuel. And the number to reach me at is 954-507-0466. And to keep it simple and not scare you, I do channel a lot of information from Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters is a compilation of beings that live, multiple lifetimes here on Earth and have experienced already what you have and more, and they've completed their cycles on Earth so that they can ascend and transform just like Jesus does and not have to return to the Earth plane. But yet they are here, very present within you and around you, connected to the I Am Presence. And that's why you can find probably on the internet many people channeling the same being in a different format, because everyone has a different subconscious mind. And when something is channeled, I give it my best shot to go ahead and channel it as pure as I receive it, but sometimes it doesn't translate into the traditional English language or the Spanish or any of them. So we try our best. And one of the things that we do here at the Temple of the I Am is to go ahead and empower people to be able to receive. We empower you to receive for yourself. Just like I said there this morning, every time as you evolve, things change to you. Sometimes you go through the headphone meditation, which is wonderful, to program your subconscious mind, even if your mind doesn't follow everything. I did that for many years, since 1992, and from time to time I still practice it. At this moment, the closer I have gotten to my higher self, which I do a workshop to connect you with the name of your higher self. That's the Emanuel Solaris Oriasis part. That's the name that I got, which has an energy, a vibration, and it works for me. I'm not here to say that when it works for mostly everybody, because you are an embodiment of your own temple. You are a living entity. That idea that you have, that you've been holding back, is an actual living entity. It's just waiting for you to make it physical. So, in other words, whatever you've had, we can bring it together into fruition. And with that said, I'd like to bring forth the channel message that I got today when I stand in the silence. Now you can do a whole half an hour, or you can do 2 days, twice a day, 10 minutes. And once I'm doing it now, 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 10 minutes at night, and then just move. Like, okay, today I woke up at 5 in the morning. That means rapid transformation. It's also a 15, making it a 6. 6 is a very lucky number. It's kind of bad. It's kind of a bad rap, but that's just old school stuff. Basically, that's what we're here to shed at this time. And if you notice, things that are collapsing around our world, it is necessary for these things to collapse. So what stays standing is the temple of the masterpiece that you are, and you are the masterpiece. Any obstacle that you see in front of you is because it's been programmed inside of you that you want to let go of it, but you're not going to be able to let go of it. What I want to take you is to observe it. And I've applied it myself. I'm a living proof. I'm living it to merge with that you don't like, what they call the shadow self, the ego self, or so forth. The ego, well tamed, it will try and lie to you. Well trained, it will work with you. We need it in this life, because if we were to lose the ego completely, that's where our personality is, and we would lose it. But here we want our personality to express itself from the I am presence connection. So basically, because the personality is basically who we are, and yet the personality is what holds, which is the part of the ego, is what holds also programmings that you picked up like a sponge from media, teachers, parents, friends, relatives. This is part of your soul group, and it's not that it's wrong. It's what brought you here and it gave you the opportunity to learn over and over again. Some believe and misuse the word karma as something that's terrible that's coming at you. Yet it's something that's pretty wonderful once you realize everything that is in existence and it's already been in place for you continues to evolve, and there's such thing as good karma, because sometimes people use karma as a B, the B word, and that's inaccurate. It depends how you want to see it. I saw something that it's humorous, and I do have a sense of humor. I saw karma is a B word, and basically she's filing her nails and ready to come at you. Okay. That is kind of like, when you use that towards somebody, it's kind of like you're putting them down at the same time. And if you look at it, you're kicking them when they're down. And that is out of some kind of resentment that you have towards yourself, that it may be kind of like strong, but you're emulating that. You're projecting it onto another person, because unconsciously you may not be willing to see what's inside of you, which is not so scary after all. That's the whole thing that we want to really work with, is just how to process the fear and observe what fears are within us that are blocking us from moving forward. Anyhow, and there's all these astrological things which I covered in Blog Talk Radio with Merging Spirit and Reverend Sharon Shaw, my dear friend, on Wednesdays, which is Happy Wednesdays. We come together at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that want to tune into that, look for Blog Talk Radio, Merging Spirit, and I will be there with Reverend Sharon Shaw on Wednesday, and I will be here at the temple most of the weekend and available for you. You can always call me, like I said, 954-507-0466. And on with a message of the activity that's been going on. As we have purged the fast, the April showers that has made us cry brings May flowers. That's a traditional saying. While we are being showered with an abundant light, this is in order for us to accept part of ourselves, our inner kid, the inner child that you mostly know. That knows no boundaries. In other words, your inner child knows no boundary, yet it was taught to fear, perhaps. That child was hurt, wounded, something happened to it, but that child is within your I am presence, and I want you to follow me like I was getting it in the eye. I'm going to message. That child is in my I am presence. I want you to listen to this like in your first person. I say this to you and affirm it is safe within you. As you are more open to the entirety of your I am presence, the best parent to your inner child, to rear that parent, to dare to dream, to dare to come home to the home inside of you, the home that's complete, the home that you trust. And you might find that in that home, just like with your own house, you need to clean it up. Maybe not. Maybe it's perfectly sparkles. And notice what comes from the personality, the ego, the critical ego, or the loving ego, which is part of the I am presence. This is what I'm receiving today. I am about new stuff, so a lot of the stuff that you may read in literature may not be. So anyhow, speaking of the home, dare to do and come home to the home inside you, ever healing, to bring forth the true you. Love all of the labels, good, bad, and indifferent, that have come your way or that others may bring towards you. Let it not harm you. They are all within you, and you are dissipating what is not necessary within you by voluntarily decreeing and giving yourself the self-worth. Is it that scary to give yourself that self-importance? Is it that scary to give yourself that self-worth that you don't feel like you're in charge? That's what that's where you're given an I am presence communication, so that you can express it fully and not let the old programming. That is a test, I would say, here on earth, to go ahead and master that. And that is where we're getting to with this whole ascension time and process. Okay, so this is occurring right now, and it has occurred in this lunar year. We're going to go ahead and keep on moving real fast. We were talking about Mercury retrograde, but it's soon to go retrograde, out of retrograde on the 11th, I believe, of May. And that doesn't mean not to get your stuff, get your stuff in alignment, get your stuff in gear, ready for that old idea that you had in the background, to bring it forward to the forefront and put it into practice. This is being repeated by most light workers in different formats and different changes, including myself. And let yourself go on your intuition. Trust that inner self, inner knowing, and take time to you. What I try to do is balance career with personal time and personal empowerment, so I can offer you the best. I'm not offering you anything that I've ever received of myself. I channeled this morning through my prayer time, so I can bring it to you. But this is what I want to take you to be able to do for yourself. And we work together slowly, or depending on your value. It's okay, I accept donations for those that can't. We work on a sliding scale, so that we'll cover on how you value yourself and what you can do. It's okay to listen to your little guru, which is inside of you. You are always here. You just were trained to look outside of yourself. It's always been inside of you. And you are okay, but the outside is merely a reflection of what your inside is showing you. So, therefore, there's the time to clear it. Call it light, call it dark, call it in between, call it shadow. It is all replaceable and negotiable, and up to you to purge the inappropriate and fearlessly face it. Amen. Selah. And so that means it is done. It is sealed. Amen is the original meaning. It is sealed. It is done. That's why prayer is in that way. And it continues to go. I am. Repeat to yourself. I am. Your mirror to your spirit, a self-reflection of your make, your life. You have the tools. I have tools to offer you. We all are one to share and have the tools to empower you and empower ourselves. As I said before, you can reach me at 954-507-0466 to go in deeper. If you need to call me now, and if you're watching this and let's go in deeper and make an appointment to set you up and work with you, see where you're at, to get you to where you need to go. If you're going to be a skeptic or resistance, don't block yourself. I don't usually, work with people because I've seen it happen. I do work with people that are skeptic, but I've seen it happen where they don't do the homework or what they have to do, their self-worth, and they think it's just going to come down and fall from the sky. And unfortunately, I did have a client that passed away, and because she just basically went and did affirmations but didn't act upon her intuition or the other messages that were received, and quote unquote, she says, well, you just told me what I didn't want to hear. I said, go check yourself for an infection. It's all. And so I consider that basically she killed herself, which is sad. And may she be in the light, and I trust that she is. She was a loving being. She has so many things coming before her, but I don't want you to get to that. That's why I want you to apply what you learn. Let's work out a pleasurable schedule, feasible, reachable for you to as we blossom ahead into the spring, to the front of the I am, and you are, and who you are. That does not lack, and is never alone. You are the power, and any doubts be gone from you. Let's call upon the Archangel Michael, Michael as I call him, to cut any ties or cut cords that are not of truth that are attached to you, and move on from there, because this is really some strong times. And just ignore the clowns in office, get informed, like I always say, about the news, but come back to the truth, okay? Come back home. Source is saying here, come back home. Unwavering faith and prayer is persistent, and is this week. Unwavering faith and prayer. This is where persistence exists and pays us. It gives us what we need. It nourishes us to move forward and continue coming back into the present. When you're out in the hustle and bustle, bring yourself into the spot that you're standing. If you're in line at the grocery store on the weekend and there's masses of people that you feel, are moving around, that's the energy that they are experiencing also. They need to pass it on. Share this video. Put like on it. Share it. Not because I want you to, but because you feel that there's somebody that can benefit, from it. Okay? Of course, I'm going to be repeating this later on, again, live on the Reverend Joey Emanuel page on Facebook. Just Google it, and it'll come up like one of the first things in Florida. Okay? It says Reverend Joey Emanuel, a.k.a. Emanuel Solaris Ariasis. And then, with unwavering faith and prayer, this is where persistence exists and existence pays. And it is, I speak to you from the heart of myself and from the counsels of who guide me. I have come across many guides, God himself, because years ago I asked, God, I want to make direct contact. And I've had several appearances to the point where nothing comes to you that is not, and it's not hocus pocus, nothing comes to you that you cannot handle. It's when your mental body, in other words, your mental body is not just your mind, it is part of your auric circle, is within part of your whole cycle, also connected to what is called the violet flame of transmutation. It's all part of your auric field. So in other words, when we speak of all these guides and masters that have come to me, and lately I got what is called a real huge download that cleared me first, which it happened to me before with Lord Melchizedek. Now we have, this one comes with the Mahashohan. He is the masters of all colors of the rainbow color spectrum, the Mother of Pearl Ray, and connects the Holy Spirit with the teachings of the Buddha, which are all philosophical examples to be interpreted within your own I am presence, because your own I am presence is the only one that has the real truth. Okay? I only empower you to reach it. And I can actually see and foresee as the oracle. I become like the oracle card that is able to help you read yourself. Okay? So give me your heart, so as we restore it and replace it with a new and clean heart. That symbolically represents, transforming you into the real you that you need to be. If you feel that you have been sidetracked by society more than usual, most people have. And the way that the shift of the entire paradigm has occurred in the earth is really waiting for you. In other words, in layman's terms, the world has changed the way it operates, and it's waiting for humanity, you, which is called the collective. Collectively, every human being, mother, father, man, woman, child, every existing being, pet, is evolving on the earth and is changing. And mostly pets, they've been here longer. They don't have free wills, so they are flowing. So it's kind of always wonderful to follow nature, see where it goes. So no matter what it is, or it's been, there's always the I am, and has always been with you. And I am, it is signed, I am the Mahashohan. To you, if you are uncomfortable with the Mahashohan, you can call him my I am presence. For what is the common denominator amongst all masters and masters of masters? It is the I am that you truly are. So ultimately, again, I don't want you to go look outside yourself. I'm used to it, getting the name of who I'm getting the message from, who's the messenger, but there's more people, more beings involved in my team. And so I could actually be talking to you from my own I am presence empowerment to your I am presence. So I want you to take this message, bless yourself, empower yourself, invest in yourself, give yourself worth. And I am in service to you. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sebayot. I am in service for you at the temple of the iam.webs.com. Reverend Emanuel Solaris on Facebook. I'm available to you here through YouTube. I want to be trying to see and organize. I'm a self-production, so basically the organization, I just basically do just about everything. And I also, most very importantly, I suggest you find self for you. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning in order to put this together for you, and I will reproduce it again live again on Facebook today at 10 Eastern Time. And it's 9 o'clock, so in one more hour I'll be back live on Facebook. So I'll see you there. I hope you got enough of this message, and I'm going to put down on the bottom the name of the Facebook page to follow, the number to call for appointments, the website so you can see most of the services there are, but we also have individualized services depending on needs, and we have like a monthly subscription if you need like a monthly service or training for your endeavors. So we get you on your feet, and we even teach you how to read your own oracle. Okay? Bless you, blessings, namaste, and good riddance. Have a great day. Couldn't get any better than that. This is Reverend Emanuel for Temple of the I Am, loving you and sending you all my heart from the I Am presence that I truly am to your I Am presence. That is what Namaste is all about. And good day. And good weekend.